So I've just been to visit Mum and Emma to do a video, so I don't know whether you'll watch that one, possibly. But I've been asked by the school to go and see a child as a matter of urgency. So this is a young girl who's lost both of her parents, and she's staying with her elderly grandmother, and the grandmother's not coping, and they're not managing, basically. So I'm heading off there now. Ali's just taking me to find this place. So.
No. No, 0753 57 27
ndipo
tarehe yake ya kuzaliwa. Tarehe yake ya kuzaliwa.
Hey, so I've arrived at the house I was heading to. It took us a long time to find it. We've been here a while, actually. And so the school left a note with the social worker Tom, and they said you need to send John to a young girl whose parents have died, and she's living alone with her grandmother, and they're struggling a lot, and they're quite far out the way. So we've came, but that's not quite the story. This girl is under the sole care of her grandmother, and sadly she has lost both of her parents. But when I've arrived here, there's a lot more to it, and there's a lot more children involved as well. So I'll try and fill this in as fast as I can. This grandmother, she, as in her own words, she was very blessed in life to have had 5 children of her own, and she had 4 girls and a boy. So the boy was the eldest, her only son, and he did okay in life. He managed to build a little brick house for them here and buy a small plot of land to grow food for his family, and he even built a small house next to his own for his mother to live on, his mother and father. Sadly, his father has passed away not so long ago, about a year ago. But prior to that happening, the son was in a car accident, and he died on the road. He wasn't driving or anything, but we haven't dug too deeply. From what I've heard, he was a passenger and something's gone wrong, and he lost his life in this car accident. So this left his wife and 7 children behind, living here next to the grandmother. 6 months later, after that car crash, his wife died of throat cancer, suddenly and quite unexpectedly. So that left the 7 children without anyone to care for them except for their grandmother and their grandfather. So they managed, they got by best they could. The grandfather would work the land, and the grandmother would do all the cooking, cleaning and all that sort of stuff, and they struggled, but they got by with the children's help. The grandfather sadly now has lost his life, leaving the grandmother and the 7 children. On top of that, the grandmother had one of her 4 daughters is mentally disabled, and she's been with her mother and father all of her life because she can't look after herself. She has a problem, and it's not diagnosed here, it never is, they just say she's got a mental problem. During the course of that daughter's life, someone took advantage of her and promised to marry her and things, and had 2 children with her, and then ran away and left her. One of those children is physically deformed. So this grandmother now has her son's 7 children to look after on her own, and also her disabled daughter and her 2 children, one of which has got a physical disfigurement, so requires a lot of care and attention. So that's where we are up to now. They have land here which the grandmother is working by hand, which is a lot of work. The children help as well, and this is how they're feeding themselves. None of them have beds or mattresses, so they all sleep on the floor, and the grandmother's now sick. This is why the school have drawn this to my attention, as they're worried about this now, because the grandmother has a very bad chest, and she's still having to labour manually to try and to ensure they've got maize to feed the kids. So yeah, I've come about one girl, and there's now 9 children in front of me, all of which need help. So none of them have access to adequate nutrition, none of them have access to medical care, and 3 of them have access to a school, but I don't know for how long, because the head teacher's given them some grace given the sadness and the level of poverty that their grandmother's facing. He's allowed, it's a different school, one I've not worked with, he's given a grace period where they can have some free education, which is wonderful. And that's not something I've seen happen a lot here, so it's a good thing that that's gone on. So I'll go and visit this head teacher and find out what we can do. So yeah, so obviously every child's going to need a sponsor here. Also as well, they're all crammed into one small house. So I mentioned the son built a house. This is that house. And here, just to the left here, you can see the second house he built for his mother. But the wind blew the roof off, so they can't use that house except when it's really warm. Otherwise, obviously they're exposed to the elements when it comes to the rainy season. And this is the family just sitting talking with Tom. We've been busy taking all the details of the children, so we can get them all in the fund and hopefully get them. So we can hopefully get them all in the fund and hopefully get them all into school and get them adequate nutrition. No one looks too sick at the moment or showing any major signs of nutritional deficiencies, so for that we're thankful. But we'll work it out, we'll work out. She's working too hard. This year will be the year where there's problems because she's sick in the chest, and if she can't work this land and the children are left to do it, they're not going to be able to do it properly, and people are going to go hungry, so we'll get this addressed. So I'll let you meet the children now anyway, and the grandmother, and let you have a look around the house as well. Okay. So I just want to introduce you to the family, and Bibi, our grandmother in English, has so many people, so many children to look after that I will not remember their names, so she's going to introduce you to them. So this is Bibi, and this is all of her one child and grandchildren. So okay, this is
Jesse.
Okay.
Emmanuel.
Jennifer.
Happiness.
Happiness.
Anna. Patrice.
Augusti. Dennis, yeah.
Flora.
And this is her daughter Flora, who was the one we said has a little bit of trouble with things. And her daughter, Flora's daughter, is Anna. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and Anna's the one that has needs a little bit of extra help because she has physical deformity, so she can't walk properly or use her hand properly as well. So this is Bibi and her family. So Asante, Bibi. Okay. So this is where some of the children are sleeping. Is here. So they don't have a lot of space considering how many people live here, obviously. And this is the other, I'm presuming. So, Samani. We just quickly ran in and tidied up as well, bless. So there's 11 people in these 3 rooms, and 3 beds with very skinny pieces of foam on, so people aren't getting a good night's sleep. So yeah, we'll get this, hopefully get this all sorted. Hi everyone, just out for a nighttime walk. So tends to be when you see Bruno in a video, it's nighttime because he's out at night. So he's my night watchman, my bodyguard, my friend as well, of course. So yeah, it's like 2:30 in the morning. I can't sleep. And well, I've been working. I haven't actually tried to go to sleep, but I can be a bit of a night owl in life. I've got a lot on my mind tonight, though. I'm thinking about the grandmother, the Bibi, that I was with today, naturally. And sorry, I'm just watching the floor a little because earlier my security guard killed a snake outside the house. I have no idea if it was venomous or not, but he just doesn't take any chances. He just kills everything in an instant. So. The branch. Oh my god. Heart and mouth moment. So yeah, so I'm thinking about this family a lot because the children are in a very, very precarious position at the moment. They are all dependent on this grandmother, all of them, ranging from the 5-year-old up to the 30-year-old who's disabled. They all depend on her. The physically disabled girl, Anna, who has epileptic fits, no one knows how to deal with them except the grandmother. So she's doing everything for them. Food. When it comes to food, she's the supplier of food. When it comes to care, she's the supplier of care. I mean, yeah, they do washing and stuff and collect water and everything, of course, but they're all in a very vulnerable position. If anything happens to the grandmother, and I don't want to, God forbid that does, but she's not a young woman, and she has a chest pain, which I'm sending her to the hospital for tomorrow, to find out what it is. I don't know whether it's respiratory, or it could be, I don't know, it could be cardio, I don't know, it could be a heart or something. God forbid if anything were to happen to her. I know what would happen, one by one, starting with the eldest. These children would be sentenced to child labour. It's as simple as that, in some form or another. So it's just a bit of a pickle, a bit of a mess with it all, trying to work out what to do. But what's imperative for me and what I need to do is get these children into school, get them educated and get them that safety net. If anything does happen to their grandmother, then they all have food, education and a chance, ultimately. Because without it, they will become labourers. This will probably be the end of the video, so if anyone out there can help Bibi or any of her children, then please do. Get in touch with me and let me know if you can help in any way at all. said it a few times lately, but I'm not funded by some obscure government grant. I'm literally just a man here in Tanzania who's in a community where no one's trying to help them, so I'm just trying to help them. And I've long since used what resources I had, and I'm now relying on the people who see me on social media to reach out and share with the humans they share the planet with who are in a spot of trouble. So, okay. It's good night from me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
Que luru do que tal